Hi, in this video, I'm going to give you my 3 quick tips to help you get into cash flow today. So these are some things that you can start doing today that will help you make money. Now, just a reminder, the goal of this course and Diversify Your Income group is to put a long-term strategy in place to generate income for years to come. And that's what the Practitioner's Guide to Adding Online Income is all about. But right now, I understand that you are in need of ways to get some cash flow going. So here are 3 things that you can start doing today to bring in some money. Now, before you do these things, you have to have an offer. And in later modules in the Diversify Your Income group, I'm going to go over what I call the art of creating an irresistible offer. But for right now, you need to have something of value that you can offer to your patients, your clients, your customers that they are willing to purchase. So usually this is an easy thing to figure out, right? It's just you offer your services. So your acupuncture services, your herbal services, your massage, counseling, homeopathy. Another example would be hairstyling services or house cleaning services. Obviously not for acupuncturists, but for other people in this group that might offer different services. Whatever these expert services are, that's what you sell. Now, in this case, through no fault of our own, we can't offer these services right now. But here's the thing, you can offer information, and you are filled with all kinds of knowledge, experience, and information that people need. So I want to remind you that acupuncture is so much more than placing needles. And most people come to you, for that soothing, heartfelt energy that you provide, and for that safe space that you give them to heal. So this is another way to give them what they're needing and what they're looking for. It has nothing to do with the acupuncture needles, or I should say it has very little to do with the acupuncture needles. So in order to create an offer that your patients are willing to pay for, you need to answer these 2 questions. The first is, what problems do they have? And the second is, what solutions do you have? This is easier than you might imagine. So you already know what problems your patients are having before when they came in to see you, right? They were coming to see you for a problem. You could look in their chart and you could see why they're coming to see you. But now you have the added knowledge that your patients are also most likely experiencing things like stress, overwhelm, fear, anxiety, worry, depression, in addition to the aches, the pains, the diseases that you've already been treating them for. So you have this added layer of mental, emotional stuff that's going on. And we know that all these different techniques that we learned in acupuncture school and in our training that we've been working with people on for years can also be applied to these types of things. So you are experts in lifestyle medicine. So you know all kinds of techniques to address those fears and those anxieties. So your offer is this solution and the way you package it. So I'm going to talk about packaging offers again in much later module. But for now, let's just think about the types of techniques, the types of things that you can offer them that will help them with stress and fear and anxiety. So can you come up with a meditation for them, short meditation? How about a Qigong routine? Even something as simple as liver cleansing to help with stress, help relax the liver. How about a Tai Chi sequence? Is there something that you could teach them? How about a breathing sequence? It could be, one of the ones where you inhale through one nostril and out through the other. It could be a counting sequence where you inhale for a certain number, hold, exhale for a certain number, hold. There's all different kinds of breathing sequences. Is there an acupressure sequence that you could teach them? Maybe for a specific issue that they're having, whether it's back pain or certain kind of pain or headaches, in addition to stress, anxiety, overwhelm, those kinds of things. Can you teach them a recipe like to help with their immune system? Can you teach them an activity to do, or an exercise, or a yoga routine, or some self-massage? So these are all things that you have expertise in, and you just have to sit down and come up with some things that you maybe are already using, or go back to some of your acupuncture books or some of the things you learned in school and develop a routine or something that you've done in yoga classes. Just come up with, I would say three things: a meditation, an acupressure rather routine, and a breathing sequence. Like those are three really cool things. And I teach people this all the time in the treatment room. While they've got needles in, I teach them breathing techniques. I teach them visualizations for anxiety, fear of getting on planes, all this kind of stuff. I've been doing this for years. It's super simple and very effective, and patients love this kind of stuff. So then the question becomes, how do you want to teach them this? You have what you want to teach them, a little visualization, let's say. How do you want to then communicate to them? Do you want to do it over the phone? You can do it over the phone. Do you want to do it through video? You can do it through video. Do you want to do it through an email sequence? You can do it through an email sequence. You got 3 different ways that you can give them that information. The thing is that you're probably going to be very uncomfortable doing phone and doing video, and you're probably going to want to resort to email, and I'm going to discourage you from doing that. Phone and video are going to be the best ways to do this, and they're also the ones that have the most perceived value. So you have to try to get over your discomfort and say, I'm going to do this because times are tough and I need to get in cash flow. So you have to decide on a couple things to offer, like I said, and then just start somewhere. It can be just one thing. I mentioned 3: meditation, breathing, and acupressure, but it doesn't matter. You just have to start somewhere. So for example, you could offer a 30-minute phone call. You could offer a 30-minute session and charge your special rate of $30. Again, you just have to start somewhere. My thought is, don't do less than 30 minutes, $30. Don't do less than that. You can play around with it. So here's an example of an offer. We'll call it a listen and lift session. So lift your spirits. And I was trying to think of something that's kind of like lunch and learn. This is listen and lift. So you're really, listening to people and trying to lift their spirits and helping them. And the idea is this offer is to address whatever they're having: stress or pain or anxiety, insomnia, headaches, overwhelm, whatever it is that they're having. These sessions are designed to address that. And so it's a 30-minute phone or video session. Or you could present the offer as $60 for 2 30-minute sessions. Don't do it both ways. Just pick one or the other. And then they can be billed through PayPal or some other payment processor. Don't complicate things. And then you offer them these individualized breathing technique or meditation or acupressure sequence. And so the result is they're going to feel less of whatever it is they're feeling right now. So whether that's pain or stress or anxiety, or if they're having trouble sleeping, your promise to them is that they're going to feel better. And if they've worked with you before, then they're definitely going to feel better. So now that you have your offer, it's a 30-minute session. You're going to give them a meditation, a breathing technique, acupressure. Now, these are the 3 tips to start making money. The first is call your patients one by one and present your offer. The second tip is email your list and make the exact same offer. And the third is go live on social media through video and make the same offer. Now, let me go into a little bit more detail with each one of these. So the first one, call your patients one by one and present your offer. My recommendation is to go through that list and choose the ones who would be most likely receptive to an offer like this. So those include those patients of yours who you have the best kind of connection with, relationship with, and maybe they already are susceptible to anxiety and fear and insomnia and that kind of stuff. Then make a list of your top 20 or 30 patients that you think would be receptive and start calling them. Make your offer. You're going to be nervous. It's okay. And I do recommend writing a script so that you have something that you can read from. So an example of how I might do this is call a patient, say her name is Lisa. Hey, Lisa, this is Lisa. Just calling to check on you and see how things are going. How are you? And you wait a few minutes and you listen to how they're doing. Obviously, you're calling them because you know they're probably experiencing stress. So you know it sounds like you're going through a stressful time. I know everybody is. I wanted to let you know I've started offering some virtual sessions as people are really needing some help right now. And what I'm doing is 30-minute sessions that include a meditation, and some breathing techniques, and some acupressure. And I'd love to be able to help you through what you're experiencing right now. I'm scheduling right now. I only have space for 5 people. And I have some time tomorrow if you want to go ahead and get scheduled, or I have time on Monday if you prefer to wait a little while. And just go ahead and invite them to take advantage of this new way that you are offering your knowledge, your experience, your expertise. And they are perfectly free to say yes, and they're perfectly free to say no. You're just putting that invitation in front of them. So I would recommend having a script written out, understand that you're going to be nervous, and in fact, say it out loud a few times before you get on the phone. Say it to your spouse or your child or your parent. Say it to someone, present the offer to someone out loud so you get a little bit of experience. And you will see how easy it is after you've done it 10, 15, and 20 times. So you make a list of that top 20, you call until you get 5, and then you go ahead and go through those sessions. So you go ahead and provide the information that you promise, and then get some feedback. Either ask for feedback from them, or just based on how you're perceiving the sessions going, you'll get feedback of what you want to change, and then tweak them, and then go ahead and call and schedule 10 more. So you just keep doing this kind of, you do it, you do them in small batches, you get the information about what's going well, what isn't, and then you tweak it, and then you repeat, and you just keep doing this. So you could just do this and be in cash flow right away. All right. The second one is to email your list and make the same offer. So the script that you just used for phone calls, you can now use for your email. Emails are a little bit different. So you're going to compose an email presenting the same offer. Hey, I know this is a tough time for everybody. I want to let you know that I'm providing something new to help you get through this time. I'm calling them my Listen and Lift Your Spirits sessions, and they're 30 minutes, $30, and I'm going to give you a meditation. I'm going to give you some acupressure. I'm going to give you some breathing techniques to help you through this. So my schedule is available next week, Monday and Wednesday in the afternoon, or Thursday in the morning. Please let me know right away, because these are filling up fast, something like that. So schedule your first 5 people, and then you might get more through email. I don't know. Oh, what I said is send to a quarter of your list. Okay, so that's a really arbitrary thing there, because everybody's list size is different, and you may not have an email list. If you don't have an email list, you need to let me know, because this has to be a priority. Is start getting an email list, and getting that organized is step 1 of everything when it comes to digital marketing. So, and getting your digital products out there. So this is if you have an email list. You don't ever want to just blast your whole email list with an offer like this. You want to chunk it. So, you could start with 50 people, because if you have a list of 500, then just do 50. I mean, you really want to start small the first time you do this. And you have to be able to segment them out. So in other words, those first 50 that you email, you don't want to email them the second time you go through this. You have to be able to tag them or separate them out so that you know which ones you sent to first, so you don't send them the second time. Now you want to track your responses. So that includes how many people open the email, how many clicked on a link in there if you're linking to what the actual offer is or how to schedule. Maybe you have a calendar that you're going to link to. And then, of course, how many sales. And so the reason you do this is because if you don't get very many people who open the email, then the subject line is probably not compelling enough. So you need to, in your next quarter, you need to change that subject line. Or if you get a lot of people who open, but not very many people schedule, then you need to change how you present your offer in the email. So that's why you have to track all this stuff. And then you want to get your first 5 people scheduled, just like you did with the phone calls, get the feedback, tweak, and email another portion of your list. And you keep doing that. And eventually you can, open it up to the whole list as you start to get more experience with this. I'm going to warn you, your tendency is going to want to go straight to email and skip the phone. And I don't want you to do that. If you want to make money right away, you got to use the phone. You're going to get the most sales from people you talk to. So understand that it's uncomfortable, but email is not going to get you into cash flow right away as much. It might be some, but not much. So do the phone call first, then you can try the email. And then that says 2. Sorry, that's the third way. The third way is to go live. So this could get you into cash flow quicker than any of the other 2 ways, depending on how you did it. So it not just depends on how you do it. It depends on whether or not you have an engaged group on social media. Because when I say go live, I'm talking about going live on your Facebook business page, or in Instagram if you have followers there that are coming in to see you, or whatever other social media platform that you have. Video is a great way to connect with people. So if you're excited, you could go live in your Facebook page, encourage interaction, ask questions, and present your offer. And let them know you can only take the first 5 people or the first 10 people, schedule them, get feedback, tweak, and repeat. So the key with going live in any group is getting that engagement first. And one of the things that you can do is you can kind of combine this in some ways. You could email or call your people and let them know that you're going to be live in your Facebook group every day at noon for the next 5 days to offer them some help with their stress and anxiety. So you could actually have real-time information that you provide in interaction. And at the end of each of your live broadcasts at noon every day, it's good to have a scheduled time. You can say, I'm taking clients right now for virtual sessions. I'm offering 30 minutes for $30. I can provide you with meditations and acupressure and breathing techniques to help you with this difficult time. So you can get experience with making that offer in a live environment like that. So those are the 3 different ways. And I think I have a summary slide up here. Oh, bonus tips. Oh yeah. Okay, so here you go. Record the session. So record the session so that after you're finished, if they'd like to purchase the recording and listen to it over and over again, they have that. So if you just gave them this really great visualization and meditation and breathing technique and they really benefited from it during the actual session, let them know that they can get an MP3 audio recording, or they can get an MP4 video recording if you're doing video, and then ask them if they like to purchase that so they can listen to it over and over again to help them through this difficult time. Now, you can also give it to them free or include that as part of your offer. You can say, these are 30 minutes, $30, go through it all, and you get an audio file or video file. And so that's included. You could do both. So it's up to you how you want to do that. But that's definitely added perceived value. And you could charge more for that if you wanted to. After the session, you could also, based on what they're experiencing, recommend that they purchase herbs from you or from another place where you direct them, that they order supplements or some oils or any home use items, biomat, all that kind of stuff that's out there. If there are any specific items that you think would really help them, let them know and tell them you'll email them the link. So if you have a affiliate, a partnership with some of these different places, or you have a Wellevate or Full Script account or something like that, where you can get them to create an account and place an order, then have all that stuff kind of ready to go that you can offer to them. And then definitely before you're done with the session, offer to reschedule them or recommend that they reschedule another one so that you have that all set, ready to go. So the bonus tips are ways to continue to increase your cash flow and your income So ask if they want a recording. You can either charge more for that at that time, or you can include it and you can increase the initial price or just make it an added value so you feel better about what you're charging, if that's a concern. And then after the session, have some ideas of things that you can recommend to them, and then also reschedule them for the next visit. So in summary, you have to have an offer, which you have a ton of knowledge. You just have to package it up in some way. I just gave you some ideas off the top of my head in this video. You may have other things that you do. Maybe you do tarot readings. Maybe you do astrology readings. Those are all legitimate, okay things to offer your people during this time. So you get to be you. You get to offer all of you. So just come up with something that you believe your people will resonate with, and kind of package it, just present it in a certain way, and know that it has to solve the problem that they're having. So most likely the problem that most people are having are the same ones we're all having. Nobody is immune to stress and fear and anxiety. Some people are more affected by it than others. And so you get to be kind of the calm in the storm and offer something of really, really important value to them right now. And then present your offer to your current patients by phone call, by email, or by video. Deliver your offer and then record it, and then prescribe any additional herbs or supplements or any other things, and then make sure that they reschedule. All right? So please give me your feedback on this. If there's a way to like or thumbs up this video, please do that. And definitely, when you've done this and you have some results, please let me know. If you have any questions, please let me know. So I hope this has helped you. And I will be doing some more videos that are for more of a foundation for creating long-term success. But these are some of these principles I will go over and over again, because I've kind of woven them in here. So you're learning some great techniques in this. And believe me, I think the number one thing that will stop you is the number one thing that you must address in order to succeed in this long term. And that is your confidence level. So if you can do this, it will boost your confidence. Most people are too afraid to do anything like this. And I can tell you that your patients are going to be so happy to get a phone call from you, to hear that you are still offering your services. So do not be afraid to do this. Or I should say, feel the fear and do it anyway. So you got this. And people need you. And I'm serious about that. Your patients need you. We can't just let them go for weeks and months on end and not have support, the kind of support that you can offer. So trust in yourself, believe in yourself, and go ahead and give your patients the gift of that invitation to work with you. All right, I'll see you in the next video.